Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for Tower of God chapter 587, I think, this week, or season 3 episode 170, it is 587. Yeah, chapter just came out. I've literally just been sitting around in my room, just sitting here at my computer waiting for Tower of God to come out. So I don't think we have a long intro this week. Nothing big to talk about. Jinsung was in the thumbnail, which I maybe shouldn't be looking at. Don't want to get spoiled by that. FUG stuff is happening, which I'm extremely excited about. We have Karaka and Jinsung confronting Dumas and Richmond. Which I like a lot. Bomb's also on the way, so of course Bomb is going to show up there and do something. So all of that I think is really good, really exciting. I honestly feel like if Jinsung and Karaka are there, do they really even need Bomb there? Are they cool the way things are? Because I guess the only qualm I have about the whole thing is I kind of don't like that the solution to almost every problem in Tower of God is consistently just throw Bomb at it. I would kind of like for sometimes our solutions to be a bit more nuanced than throw Bomb at it, and often they are. So yeah, that's the only thing. I'm like, you know, unless Bomb is required to bail characters out of a situation, I would prefer not. But either way, I'm excited for what's going on. I guess I should shout out, I did a video on the Season 2 anime announcement for Tower of God earlier this week, and just yesterday I did another character ranking video if you're interested in either of those. I was going to talk about Season 2 of the anime in last week's video, or last week's reaction rather, but I forgot to, so I just made it its own thing. But either way, let's get into reading, and just checking to make sure that the chapter's showing up here. You guys are super lucky, because I almost forget this like every single week. I almost forget to actually put the chapter up on screen. I could have sworn I pierced his heart. Am I losing my touch? And we saw this last week. Is your heart inside that black ball? And then, you keep your heart separate from your body as well, I see. And the fact that as well is included here means Dumas either does it also, or Dumas knows someone who does it also. This guy's dangerous. He knows about the world of darkness, which is such a Kingdom Hearts line. Judging by your spear skills and bizarre appearance, I'm guessing you must be Dumas from the Popodao family. I don't mean to sound like an uptight old geezer, but there's a certain hierarchy in the world, and I don't get many chances to fight people as strong as you. So, if there's going to be a fight, I get to go first. And I mentioned before, I think it was last week, how it's difficult to power scale in Tower of God, really. But in addition to that, we know Dumas is the third strongest warrior in Popodao, and I love how even in the comments and stuff, and even myself in the video and in the comments, there's so much like argument as to like what that even means, because I'm assuming that Gaston counts in that, and most people in the comments seem like they're also assuming that Gaston counts in that. Last week it hit me like an epiphany. I was like, hold on, does Eurasia N count? Is she like the second in that? But maybe not, because she's a princess, and the princesses technically get adopted by the Zahard family, so I have no idea there. And then there's also like Liboric, who should be really powerful, because he was in a powerful position like thousands of years ago, so he should be super strong, you would think. And he was a division commander, or squadron commander actually. In addition to that, being like a really close associate of Adori's. But does he count? Because he's not like with the family, he's with Zahard's army. Like, there's just a lot of confusion there. But we have Season 3, Jinsung versus Dumas 1. Interesting. I mean, I was gonna say if we ever gotten a character versus character title. I mean, I guess we've just got versus Calavan, but that was when Bomb and Karaka were fighting him. Huh. This is the only second, I guess. I guess we did get White versus Calavan as a title thing, didn't we? Okay, we are seeing the group of the four of them. Who are you? Okay, so he doesn't know just by seeing. I'm Jinsung from FUG. That guy on the ground over there is the Slayer, Karaka. He's my student. Jinsung, Karaka, FUG. Was information about the book leaked to FUG somehow? I'm not sure how you people found out about the book, but the family head told us to avoid antagonizing the Slayer candidate, so I'd rather not fight you. Why don't you just back down? What if I told you we absolutely need that book? Dumas? Alright, just don't kill him. Again, they're purposely not trying to, because they don't want to get on Bomb's bad side, which was something that was going on with Traumeré before, back in the hotel arc, where Traumeré was specifically not killing Jinsung despite the stuff he had done, because he didn't want to piss off Bomb, because he wanted Bomb. So he's doing some more crazy stuff with his spear. Jinsung is charging up a Shinzu beam, basically. That guy's spear could pierce even a high ranker. I can't block the attack with my body, but maybe I can control its flow. This is going to be interesting, because CU mentioned in the blog post back when those were still a thing that, again, talking about power scaling in Tower of God, he mentioned that there are opponents that Jinsung could beat, but White or Calavan couldn't beat, but Jinsung would always lose to White or Calavan because he was just, like, not good. I guess it was a bad elemental matchup, sort of how Boro says weapons are elementally weak against me, where CU said that Calavan's defense stats are so high that Jinsung can't win that fight, and Jinsung doesn't have any answer to REA swordsmanship in his arsenal. So, since he doesn't have any sort of answer to REA swordsmanship, it makes me wonder, like, if just fighting against weapons like spears in general, when it's a really high ranker, is bad news. But it seems like he's blocking for the moment. I'll make the two spears collide, trying to pull the Shinsu in. I actually really like that. And it's something unique to the way that fights and powers work in Tower of God. Since everything is in Shinsu, he can, like, pull the Shinsu to try to make the attack collide with itself to avoid it. And even do damage to Dumas' spear that way. That's really cool. And it seems like it actually works. He just stopped Dumas' spear. We're getting a lot of Richemont thought narrative, or like thought commentary here. Now then, will you give me the chance to fight you? We see the two halves of it crumbling. Very well. He tosses the spear aside. Okay, so are they just going to go fist fight? I'll give you the option of fighting me, but he's pulling something else out. But bear in mind that fighting me will only end in despair for you. This is cool! Is this like weapons inventory? Or is this a weapon in itself? It looks like it's a weapon itself. Or really, actually, he has like the spear body, the shaft of it, and these look like different, like, attachable spear heads with suspendium, which is like a really cool concept if that's what it actually is. Like he just has interchangeable spearheads. Let's see. Okay, and the spearheads go away from the inventory. How long your two arms last? Okay, so he's just sending them out in all sorts of different directions as Jinsung charges. Okay, can't quite tell what's happening yet. It seems like he's getting blocked and deflected. Oh, and he manages to grab on to one of the spearheads. Oh, to two of them. I guess, yeah, it looks like he's using the spearheads to knock the others away. He's parrying, and then catches a knee from Dumas. And drops one of them, but stabs the other into Dumas himself, who's surprised by it. And I still can't tell if, like, that's Dumas's face or if he's wearing a mask. We have two more of the spearheads coming in, and they pierce through Jinsung, just like with Karaka. Okay. He staggers, but there's a fist coming in. Is Jinsung just going to, like... Oh, no, he manages to block with a palm. I was going to say, is Jinsung just, like, actually going to get destroyed here? But no, he manages to block with a palm strike. And smashing comes out from the collision between them. Alright, it looks like actually Jinsung's putting up a good fight with what I would assume is probably like similar to the floral butterfly piercing technique, like pushing back on the Shinsu the same way that Dumas's attack is pushing in. And we see Dumas's armor cracked, but like Jinsung's entire sleeve is getting shredded, plus more of the spearheads are coming in. And they manage to tear through more of Jinsung. Master! And Karaka uses the metal tree, but Richmont is blocking. It's not your turn yet. Don't worry, he won't kill your master. Jinsung's all bloodied. He won't kill me, huh? Is that why you're aiming only for pressure points to cripple me? Gee, I really appreciate that. And this is so crazy, because Jinsung at least was top 100. And Dumas is not only fighting evenly with him, he's doing so while purposefully trying not to kill him. Which is very impressive on Dumas's part. But I have news for you, and he pulls the spirit out. You may not want to kill me, but I'm perfectly willing to kill you in order to get my hands on that book. The spear keeps regenerating, even if I break it. I can't possibly buy enough time against Dumas until reinforcements arrive in my current state. Dumas's ranking hasn't dropped his ranking has dropped since he hasn't been active lately. But he's easily one of the strongest warriors among the 10 great families. So again, not even just Pobedao, but any of the families. Should I kill Dumas or give up on the book? At least I know that my opponent isn't trying to kill me. And we're fighting at close range, which gives me an advantage. Again, see, this is good. Knowing that he's trying not to kill him is like a huge advantage for Jinsung if he's like really willing to go for the kill. Both of my arms are still completely ruined. Oh, I guess the damage is permanent from, or at least quote-unquote permanent, from the fight with Caliban. The fact that he even still has hands is crazy. I'm not sure how much longer they'll last, but I have to end this. And he's lunging in as the spirits come in towards him in one strike. Damn it. I can't pierce this thing. Okay, and we're cutting to Yama with the barrier. So that's interesting. I think the way they got through the barrier is using the like warp driveless warp stuff. Whatever this like pseudo Shinwan-Ryu technology is. There's a book capable of bringing the head of one of the 10 great families to his knees right over there, and yet I'm stuck in here. Okay, and this is where Bong Bong comes in. So Andrasi can just Bong Bong Yama out of the force field. And then it's like meeting of Slayers. Slayer candidate. Alright, I love Andrasi's outfit. It's really cool. I like Bomb's as well. I said it before. I like both. I like Andrasi's. It's a really unique design, which is cool. I like Bomb's because it's just normal, everyday, he's just a guy attire. It's kind of odd, though. He has, like, I don't know if the pants match the shirt that well, because he has, like, the drawstring and everything. Like, they're just jogging pants. What are you doing here? Is this that town? Did it work? Really? There's already been a fight. Look, that's Army Corps Commander Yusracha. Then, where's the book? And then we see Dumas, Master, and Jinsung clashing. And he gets stabbed through. Alright. He's still going in for the attack. He manages to block with his elbow, it looks like, and he's going in with the right. Or actually, is that just him moving a Shinsu? Or is it Bomb coming in? I can't tell. Alright. Transcendental skill. Okay, it is Jinsung. And we're seeing another high ranker transcendental skill. Twin Dragon Tiger Gate. So before it was just Dragon Tiger Gate, right? Or is this the same one? I can't tell if this is the same one or if adding twin means it's even stronger. Profound skill. Alright. Floral butterfly, piercing technique. Okay, so I think it is the same one, but he just used it to power up the floral butterfly piercing technique. And it tears through Dumas's abdomen, and everyone looks surprised. But if he does use the Karaka World of Darkness heart nonsense stuff, then there's a chance he could still be fine. Especially since his body seems odd as it is. But yeah, he's completely bifurcated. Did it work? And then we're going to get cliffhung, aren't we? I can tell that the thing off to the right is really close to the bottom of the screen. He's falling, and yeah, we get cliffhung. That was a good chapter. I'm a little bit unsatisfied by the cliffhanger, but it was a good chapter. I like these characters. I like the FUG characters a lot, so it's something that I enjoy. This was cool. It was cool getting to see Jinsung in a good fight again. Dumas is very impressive, and I also definitely think that this is a misleading cliffhanger. I definitely think that Dumas is still probably fine. He's gonna get up or be like, ha, that wasn't my real body, or some sort of something that makes him look even more imposing, that makes him look even more crazy, and then our characters are gonna have to find out how to grab the book and get out of there. Probably. That would be sort of what makes the most sense to me. But yeah, there was something else I wanted to say about this chapter, but I can't remember it anymore. So I'm assuming, though, that Andraste can just grab Bomb, grab Yama, and send them outside of the barrier to help Karaka and Jinsung, which turns it into 4v2, which is much more in the favor of these characters. Because even if Dumas is one of, like, the strongest, so is Jinsung if he's top 100, or at least was top 100. So is Yama, probably. I mean, he's not maybe that up there, but he's up there somewhere. In addition to that, Karaka's a high ranker, so he can help, and Bomb's an irregular, which is busted. So, yeah, I really can't remember what it was. I was going to say one more thing before I continued. I do think this is something I've seen people mention, that the chapter seemed a little bit shorter than usual. If so, I'm totally cool with that. I'm totally happy with that, because so many of these chapters, so many of the reactions I've been doing lately, I know I talk a lot. Long intros are like hallmark of my videos, but I think that doing that much every single week for CU and his team is insanity, and maybe they should cool it a little if it means that they can just keep producing things at the quality they'd like to, even if they have to slow the pace of release down. I'm perfectly happy with that. I've always been perfectly happy with that. But there's also the fact that this was a combat chapter, and in any kind of manga, manhwa, anything, when you get a fight chapter, they're always shorter because there's less heavy dialogue to get through. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens in the future. I think because of the nature of this being a cliffhanger, cliffhangers, again, you do videos on weekly series, not just Tower of God, but other things, for years and years, and you start to figure out that when something ends you on a cliffhanger, there's a lot less to talk about, because you're basically just like, well, I can't fully discuss the chapter until I see what happens next. That's something that I've learned over the years, is like, when I get hit with the cliffhanger, I'm like, well, I have a lot less to talk about. Another thing is, like, something that I've said over the years, it's so much easier to talk about something you disliked than something you liked, because if I liked something in a chapter or a series, it's super easy for me to just be like, yeah, I liked it. It was good. And if you're watching this, you probably just agree with me that you liked it as well and that it was good. But when it's something that you didn't like, it's easier, I think, to articulate what you didn't like about it, rather than something to me that's good is just, you know, absent of bad qualities, where something that's bad, I can point out what those bad qualities are. Or something I didn't like, rather, even if I don't necessarily think it's bad. Same thing goes with, like, if something is bad, you can also be like, this is how I would have done it differently, this is how I think it could be better, etc. But yeah, I don't know, not too much to say, so I'm going to go ahead and end it, but I will say thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I did 2 other Tower of God videos previously this week, if you're interested in me talking about either of those things. I did think the character ranking was a fun video. I had a lot of fun with that one. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll see you for next week's Tower of God video, because I want to work on some other stuff that I haven't done in a little bit. I need to work on like Hero Academia stuff. I need to do another Killing Bites video, Chainsaw Man, Omniscient Reader, Kubera. So I have other things to work on this week, so I probably won't have any more Tower of God videos between this reaction and next reaction, because I'll probably be working on those. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this chapter, my first thoughts and reaction to it. Subscribe or tell me what your thoughts were as well. We can talk about whatever in the comments. You know how it is by now. If you want to talk on Discord, just ask and I can give you a link to the Discord server. It's free and open for anyone. And if you'd like to follow on Twitter, you can. If you'd like to help support the channel, you can drop a super thanks down below if you want to. Or if you want a shout out at the end of every video, get One Piece a little bit early. It wasn't that early this week because I was late because of holiday stuff. But if you want to get stuff early, if you want to help support the channel, that's the big thing, knowing that you help support the channel. But I try my best. I'm like, I want to give some extra stuff if I can possibly, but then again, while I want to give extra stuff, I also don't want to paywall anything. But yeah, patrons and members, huge thanks to them. You can go to patreon.com/HakuofTheTubes, or link will be in the description. Or you can hit join down below and become a channel member. Thank you to people who were already patrons and members. Thank you to chosen regular Evan Hawley, who has the gold crown because they have been a patron/member, patron specifically, for over 4 years. The black crowns are 1 year. Magical Girls, FR Nono, and Smeller Dog. At least I think that, yeah, it was 1 year. Cherryton students, David Langstaff, and Slayer candidates, SG and Stance Eater, and Pure Element Bade Arde Owl. I'll have to go back periodically and double check everyone to make sure I put the right crowns down there or whatever. But yeah, huge thank you to all of them, and huge thank you to all of you for watching. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all next time.